One way of looking at the style of practice in this lineage is that it's informed by Dzogchen theory, and from the viewpoint of Dzogchen, everyone is already realized, and most of the time, possibly all of the time, we don't know that, and that realization is something that is very close, very immediate, and it's described as being too close, that we don't realize that the difference between us as we find ourselves and the realized us is actually very small indeed. So from that perspective, the methods and practices that a person would be instructed or introduced to are the methods and practices that are appropriate to their particular condition. So these might be Dzogchen practices, or they could be tantric practices, or they could be sutric practices. It is really a question of whatever is appropriate to that person. But in order to see what is appropriate, or in order to find what is appropriate, then you need a teacher who can guide you, because otherwise, if we're left to our own devices, we pick what we think is appropriate to us without necessarily any idea of what's actually going to work. So there's a fair chance that we might actually reinforce our own neuroses. But the process of finding a teacher is a gradual one, where we might feel drawn to a person and their style of teaching, and then it's a case of developing confidence or finding out that this particular style isn't for you. So it's not that suddenly you embrace the idea that this person's your teacher and then you do everything they say. This would be madness. So it's a gradual process where you gain confidence in the teachings, and you gain confidence in the practices, and then from within that confidence you're able to take instruction and direction in terms of the practices that you engage in. But because it's based in the Dzogchen view, the practices that we undertake could be from a Dzogchen basis, or tantric or sutric.